Question. When the authorities forced Diddy's private jet to land, what if they wouldn't have landed? What if they would have refused? Was they going to shoot the plane down? I just had to get that out the way. Forgot to mention that in the live last night. Welcome to the nation. I am Monster Nation. That is. I'm your host, Mr. Monster Man Rockwell, Monster the President. I'm the king around here. I'm your tour guide. I'm the landlord, the owner, tenant, the janitor. I mops the damn floor. Salute to all of the people. I'm not everything in Monster Nation. I just want to put that out there. Salute to Jay, Taz, the Last American B-Boy, Brooklyn Plug, and the Raven. Who else we got there? Jeff the Deaf. He's back. We're putting the band back together. So it was some things I felt were important to mention. You know what I mean? Like, in regards to the whole diddler situation. Now, if you want to know, if anybody's interested in my personal belief, yes, I believe Diddy is guilty of a lot of that stuff. That's just my personal belief. I don't know nothing, right? But like what I do know, what I know to be true throughout our history, something that probably y'all know, I don't know whether y'all this may be eye opening to you. You may not believe this, whatever. I don't care. One thing I know about this place we live in is when mainstream America is when mainstream America come for you like that, pause, like the way they turned on Diddy, like that publicly, like where all the cards in the deck are overtly and publicly stacked against a person all of a sudden, it's not because they're guilty. Not to say that they're not guilty, but that's not the reason that all of this is going down. Puffy pissed somebody off. You understand? When it all first happened, people were saying he Puffy forgot to pay. Puffy missed two Illuminati payments, and it was on his ass after that, right? And that was all funny and laughy and jokey. That's not. I don't feel like that's that far from the truth. No, it's not. No, I don't. I'm not saying Illuminati payments. Like nobody, whatever about that, right? What I'm saying is he pissed somebody up. He pissed somebody off, and I've heard, in some of the, in all of this barrage of information that's been coming across my timeline and my virtual desk, so to speak. I heard he has smoke with Clive Davis. That'll do it. That's enough. Like, you somebody who is as powerful as Puffy was yesteryear, should I say. If you got smoke if you think you could take down somebody, you think you can go against the people that put you on, being people like that, oh nah, they're gonna fix you up. They're gonna fix you up. I was, some interesting things that I was noticing, like when they was talking about how they never, like on the Gilbert Arenas, on Gil's Arena, the Gilbert Arenas podcast, he was talking about how they pointed out how they raided the crib 11 a.m. type of, and those raids never take place around those hours. That's curious. You know what I'm saying? That's curious. I feel like as big as that house, I watched Piper Boy Williams blog on it. Piper Boy Williams couldn't even get to the facts. Salute to Piper Boy Williams, right? Like I watch his content religiously, right? He couldn't even get to the facts of the case, or what was going on for like I couldn't even get through it because Piper Boy was so fixated on the sheer size, pause, of Puffy's house. Like, the nigga house is ridiculous. Like, it's parts here, it's parts in there. His house got a back house, his back house got a back house type of, what I mean? All kind. Some hours later, I see TMZ got some footage with the aftermath of Puffy crib and all of the, all of the stuff they messed up in there and all of that, right? And I'm just like, as big as that house is, they should still be in there. If they look at like, come on, B. Like, as big as that house, man, they should still be in there today. Right? So, what I'm getting at is, not to drag it on so long, what I'm getting at is this, this country, this media, all of this, all of this, these things, all these entities operate off a lot of smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Like, when my man was telling me he didn't think Puffy was going to go down or whatever, and we had a short debate, he brought up Trump, how long Trump has been running free with all of this blah blah, with all of his allegations and this, that, and the third. And I pointed out the fact that, listen, Puffy's black. That's difference enough, right? But even so, like, I've never been like, I ain't never been no Trump fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when back in the days when hip hop was fascinated with Trump, when hip hop was rocking with Trump, I didn't care enough about Trump to be a fan of his. It was all right. It was a thing or whatever. So I was never a fan. But and then when he showed up with it, like, I was never I'm not a Trump supporter. But when mainstream America turned on him, when the media turned on him completely, in my mind, I said to myself, he did something right. It's something he doing that he, it's something to it. It's something to it. I don't know if I have I don't want to say he did something right, but he did something they didn't agree with. Whatever it is, they're not trying to help us. It's not what they doing. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, in regards to Diddy, I feel like it's wild interesting that, yeah, they went to these two cribs. They supposedly saw him at the airport. They didn't take him, right? They handcuffed the kids. I mean, his sons. They grown, right? All of this they did. They put on this big show and all of that. And now what? They found tunnels in the crib. I said that it was. I assumed that it would probably be tunnel in there. But they found it. What they found evidence. Like, a lot of it. Like, I'm seeing reports that they found evidence. They found the tapes or whatever they found. Everything just seems like. I'm not saying that it just seems like that, but I don't rule out the fact that it's all one big act, one big smoke. One big effort to kill him in the court of public opinion first. All of that stuff. Like, this, if Puffy goes to trial, there won't be a juror in America who won't be aware of his circumstances, or of who he is, and not be a fan of. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you be in a courtroom. Like, when I was in the courtroom, they was talking all like, one of the first things they gonna say is, like, when I was picking out my jury, you interviewing the jury, like they one of the questions on, for the potential jurors was, are you familiar with this nigga as a rapper? You know what I mean? And, if so, are you able to judge? Are you able to sit on this case without any bias? And if I was Puffy lawyer, I wouldn't trust none of them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because at this point they are creating the bias. You know what I'm saying? before he even gets like, I mean, like, why is he can't run? Well, maybe he can. I mean, where's you got non-extradition countries. Where's Russell Simmons at? Like, does Russell like I don't does Russell Simmons have actual like is there like a warrant for his arrest? Like, did it come to that for him? You know what I mean? Or he just got low. He heard the allegations starting to surface, and he's like, you know what, I'm out. Before it got crazy, crazy. I don't know. Like, I'm not usually in the habit of keeping up with all of these things. You understand what I'm saying? But since I be blogging now, I don't want to just come out here. I mean, and I be blogging from the hip. I don't want to just come out here spewing a bunch of untruths. So if y'all know, put it in the comments. Let me know what the situation is. But yeah, like my fame is minuscule compared to Puffy. B, like, you like you running, B. Where would he run? Or why? Or how? How does this really work? You know what I mean? But in the meantime, we found tapes, or we found evidence, we found everything. Like, this, look, man. If this dude was smart, if this dude was 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 smart enough to put all of he sold off all of his properties, right? I mean, not properties, but he's selling his shares, and he's selling all of his revolt ties. He getting rid of this. He getting rid of this. He know all of this is coming. He putting the houses in his daughter's names and all that. You don't think that, man? I find it hard to believe he did all of that preparation for this day and didn't get rid of the evidence that they found. I don't know. I don't know what y'all think. What I do know is when they come for you, they come for you. Pause, and they don't have to play fair. It doesn't matter. Playing fair is not a mandate. So, you know, what say you? Like, comment, subscribe, share, leave a super thanks, a super chat if you're feeling generous. It's motivating. It helps me do this. You know what I mean? To all of the people who would prefer me rapping than blogging, before you type that, make sure you have Ether Rocks, the album, which is fully produced by Ron Browse. You have Rockness AP. It's a Sean Price dedication album. Make sure you have Slang and Rock Volume 1. Make sure you have the very best of Monster Mondays, freestyles and songs. What else? Yeah. Before you talk that talk, make sure you got all of that. Tell me you got all of that and tell me, okay, Rock, I got all of that. You know, make me a believer. Don't just come on here lying. Make me a believer. All of that stuff is available either on all streaming platforms, or it's on my Bandcamp, which is rocknessbcc.bandcamp.com. You can get all of that. You can get fly shirts and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? Socks to go with the shirt. Anyway, before you talk that talk, I don't want to see you one of my favorite rappers. I appreciate the love that's in the back, the backhanded compliment and all of that. But before you talk that talk, make sure you heard all the stuff. Because I'm not going to respect what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, I try to be a really respectful person. You know what I'm saying? I done been disrespectful enough in my past. I've been disrespectful enough to last a lifetime. I try to be respectful now. You understand what I'm saying? But I can't respect that. So rock with your boy. And if you made it to the end of this video, put what's give me 4 of the suspicious emojis. Cause yeah, some of it, like I said, I'm not a Diddy fan. None of that. That ain't got nothing to do with none of this. I'm just keeping it 100. Whenever mainstream America turn on somebody or don't trust it. Whenever they championing somebody, don't trust it. And that's just me. You understand what I'm saying? Follow Rockness Monster for more life tips if you feel like it. Rock on, rock on.